The past leaves shadows, even after you sweep away the debris. I try to stay busy, to move forward, but sometimes the darkness just clings to you. I was heading back to the sanctuary, checking the perimeter one last time before I closed up. Something was there, something small and intensely focused, drawing the air out of the cold twilight.
My heart sank a little. It was an Umbra dragon hatchling, too young to be alone out here in the open.
Come on, buddy, what are you doing out here?
Its scales were dull, not the rich obsidian they should be, and the little thing was shivering from the cold.
Shadow dragons are drawn to deep emotion, especially fear and sorrow. It wasn't lost, it was choosing me.
It fed on the darkness inside me, the echoes of my loss, and now it wouldn't leave the source of its comfort. The ethical choice was clear. Shadow dragons need darkness, not the lingering fear of a keeper who is trying to heal.
But seeing it shiver, knowing it chose me, that tiny flicker of hope was stronger than my self-preservation.
Here we go.
It's a risk, a big one, bringing this darkness into my fragile attempt at a new life, a new beginning. Umbra dragons draw strength from ambient fear. If this works, we could both be moving towards a necessary balance.
Trust the process.
The ancient texts describe these creatures as necessary darkness, a shadow to define the light, a truth I might need to learn.
It's time to start the preparations, to give this little shadow a safe place, for both our sakes. Welcome to the Sanctuary of Twilight, little one. Let's see if we can figure this darkness out together.
The first step is stabilization. Shadow dragons thrive in darkness, but a newborn needs careful, measured exposure.
This space is temporary. A 10 by 10 enclosure isn't enough, so work starts tonight on its permanent habitat. Trust the process.
The plan is to convert the old hangar into the Sanctuary of Twilight, focusing on 3 essential zones for this element. First, the Umbra stone. It's a deep purple crystal that draws in ambient darkness, vital for its elemental needs.
Next, the feeding perch, a tall, dead trunk with pale silver branches, designed to mimic its twilight hunting environment.
The third zone, sunken reflection, its hidden retreat, with runes of pale silver light providing controlled elemental contrast.
Feeding is critical, only raw, dark meats at twilight, to encourage its natural, nocturnal predatory instincts.
We have to get calories into him, and he's been using his innate fear sense. Twilight is the window of opportunity, and if he rejects the food now, the outlook is not good for this little shadow dragon.
Look at that, dinner time.
I pliss the bowl down, stepping back immediately. I cannot risk stressing him, or he will refuse to eat anything I offer. He hesitates, testing the air, likely smelling the fear I'm trying to mask with all my logic and determination. Then, the tiniest victory, he strikes, not aggressively, but with the cautious efficiency of a starved predator.
He continues to eat the rest, slowly but completely. A huge burden is lifted, and the cycle of care can...
Over the next 3 days, we race against time, converting the hangar into the large, custom habitat.
The Sanctuary of Twilight is open. It's time to see if my creation truly meets the mythical needs of a growing shadow dragon.
Come on, buddy, let's see your new home.
The new environment is a vast improvement. Deep shadow and cool earth. Everything this little dragon needs to feel safe.
I place him right near the heart of the Shadow Den, a cave of obsidian rock, where the darkness is most complete.
This is your spot, buddy.
Then, it happened. That moment of recognition. The deep emerald eyes locked.
That look, it bypassed the researcher and went straight to the keeper, the one who carried the darkness it instinctively craved.
The first touch, the physical commitment to this bond. I knew I had to offer trust before I could expect it back.
You need a name.
He flinches at the contact. The fear is still there, but then he leans into the warmth of my hand, accepting the offering.
The first routine feeding on the feeding perch, it's a sign of real stability, of his innate systems starting to take hold.
He's still reclusive, preferring to stay hidden. but the tail flicks are a sign of increasing curiosity and contentment.
Daily care is routine now, but I know the real bonding happens in these moments of quiet, consistent presence. This is more than just a creature and its keeper. This is something primal, a mutual need for presence in the darkness. In the span of just 1 week, the creature has grown exponentially, and his reliance on my own emotional... The growth phase is intense. He's shedding that dull charcoal look. His movements are quicker, demanding more space and more energy. His caloric intake has doubled, sometimes tripled. He's essentially burning through my emotional reserves just to fuel this raw physical growth. He still hates direct light, but the pale silver runes in the retreat keep attracting him. It's a controlled exposure to stability.
We got a new habitat guest, Nyx, a territorial raven who serves as the enclosure's grumpy early warning system.
Nyx, stay off the dragon's meal.
And then there's Lumen, a glow-moth sprite, a fearless little creature drawn to the unique energetic field of the habitat.
He plays a lot now, but his favorite game is Shadow Tag, manipulating the light just enough to hide and then reappear quickly.
Where'd you go, little guy?
The energy drain is starting to show, manifesting as a new, unintentional power. This is beyond simple shadow play.
He's struggling to process the sheer negative energy he's absorbing, and he's taking on too much of my lingering anxiety and trauma.
Oh no, not again.
And then, the accidental manifestation, Shadow-Shunt, an uncontrolled burst of shadow energy to escape the stress.
He vanishes completely, only to reappear instantly in the nearest patch of absolute darkness, the sunken reflection.
The habitat is already inadequate. His growth is outpacing my ability to keep him stress-free, and I need a solution. Fast. Come on, buddy. Stay calm.
The fragile calm shattered. His emotional absorption spiked, drawing not just my fear, but the light energy around him.
I knew I was the source. My old, lingering fear of loss was pouring into him, and he was feeding until he overloaded. Stop! I'm here. Come on, buddy.
He was thrashing, his body convulsing as the excess darkness manifested as an uncontrolled, freezing Umbra breath. The little light, Lumen, the innocent anchor, was caught in the wave, paying the price for my own inability to cope. He stops, realizing the devastation he caused, the dark truth that his power drains light and creates destruction when uncontrolled.
I couldn't help him. The crisis was caused by my failure to heal, my unresolved trauma resurfacing and now hurting.
The ancient texts warned that the darkness creature and its keeper must be fully separate, or the shadow consumes both of their worlds.
My only choice, the hard decision, is distance. Separation is the only way to stop my darkness from being his biological fuel. The bond must be broken, or at least severely limited. I retreat to the observation deck. His sorrow, the sudden loss of his anchor, it was the first time I saw deep emotional response from him. Pure guilt, not darkness. The crisis point revealed the truth. We need each other to find balance, but proximity now is a lethal threat to his developing body. Distance became my new routine. I lived on the observation deck, communicating only through audio and minimal, scheduled interaction.
The hunger never stopped. Even from a distance, the dragon's need for my shadow, my unresolved guilt, was a constant.
The solution arrived. A surrogate anchor. A stronger, energized Lumen.
He senses his anchor, the gentle, stabilizing light, and he instantly fixates on the glow, an immediate distraction from his distress.
Lumen is more than a light. It is a living, moving filter, drawing out the raw, destructive energy he produces when overloaded.
The distance works. The energetic drain lessens, and I can finally focus on managing the sanctuary, not just fighting my own shadow. Nyx, the raven, now tolerates Lumen, recognizing the sprite's role as a necessary regulator of the chaotic energy in the habitat.
The stability allows for restorative sleep. His scales are now a rich obsidian, his horns a sharper silver, signs of true, healthy maturation.
Oh. The separation is vital, but the bond remains, maintained through the ritual of the story.
My shadow is my work now. Every day, I focus on healing myself, knowing my stability. The Sanctuary of Twilight. It's not just a place for him to heal, but for me too. A delicate... Our dark paths diverge, but our quiet journey together, towards healing and true balance, has only just begun. Months turned into a year. The separation became the new normal, forging a stronger, more resilient dragon and a quieter, more stable keeper.
My scar, the marker of my past pain, has faded. A physical sign that my own inner shadow is.
Umbra, too, has integrated the light. He no longer seeks to drain Lumen, accepting its gentle presence as part of his twilight world.
The ultimate test, re-entering his space, proving that the bond can exist without the danger of energetic codependence.
It's been a long year, hasn't it?
He sees me, but there is no frantic charge, no desperate energy pull, just curiosity and a quiet, intense attention. The barrier dissolves. 1 year of distance collapses into a single moment of shared, unburdened presence. He approaches not with hunger, but with recognition, and the dragon remembers the one who offered care, not just energy. It's good to be back, Umbra. The bond is reformed, built on mutual respect and healthy separation. A shadow dragon no longer hungry for a keeper's flaws.
The Sanctuary of Twilight became an institution, a testament to the power of balanced care, attracting visitors and researchers from around the globe.
I share the science, but I keep the truth of our bond, the core of his power and my shadow, locked safely behind my professional facade.
But Umbra knows. Across the glass, his eyes find mine, and the brief, the ultimate truth remains. Shadow dragons are not born from darkness. They are born into it, seeking the light necessary for survival.
And so,